Stay standing while the United States Marine Corps 8th Marine District presents the colors, and then we have the national anthem, sung by Crystal from Little Elm High School Music Department.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah.
Please remain standing until the colors have been retired. Okay, a big hand for the United States Marines. Okay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you our esteemed commander of American Legion Post 182, Kevin Pride.
Yeah.
Morning. Sorry, I've got notes. I'd like to introduce the distinguished guests we have here today. First of all, we have Lakewood Village Mayor Mike Schnitzker, the Mayor from Oak Point, Jim Woods, Little Elm Police Chief Waylon Rhodes,
Yeah.
Little Elm Fire Chief Joe Florentino, Assistant Superintendent of LEISD Robert Keener,
Yeah.
Denton County Sheriff Will Travis,
Yeah.
Denton County District Judge Sherry Shipman, Amber Fulton, Advocate for Veterans Denton County. A big round of applause for our special guest of honor, Corporal D.R. Garcia, U.S. Army, World War II.
Yeah.
We also have our American Legion 4th District Adjutant Fred Rogers and our 1st District Commander Al Romar. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Special thanks to the U.S. Marine Corps 8th District, City of Lakewood Village, Little Elm ISD, City of Little Elm, City of Frisco, Mrs. Mayberry and her music department, and the singers of the National Anthem, Linda Asbell, Lakewood Village Secretary, who designed and printed the brochure, and also the person who wrote the poem inside. The mayor was kind enough to give us a proclamation for this day, and I'd like for him to read it to us.
Morning.
Proclamation from the town of Lakewood Village. Whereas September 11, 2012 marks the 11th anniversary of the ruthless terrorist attacks on our country, the day that changed America forever. And whereas the entire country witnessed and shared the tragedy, but were united under a remarkable spirit of service, compassion, that inspired and helped heal the nation. And whereas 11 years later, thousands of men and women in the United States Armed Forces remain in harm's way defending against those who seek to threaten the United States. And whereas September 11th will never and should never be just another day in the hearts and minds of all the people of the United States. And whereas Congress and the President join together to designate September 11th as Patriot Day and a National Day of Service and Remembrance. And whereas the President of the United States has issued a resolution calling on all Americans to observe a moment of silence at 7:46 a.m. Central on September 11, 2012. Now therefore, I, Mike Schnitzker, Mayor of the town of Lakewood Village, in the state of Texas, do proclaim September 11th as Patriot Day to memorialize those lives lost on September 11, 2001. And to honor the heroic service, actions, and sacrifices of first responders and members of the United States Armed Forces. I urge all citizens to attend and participate in the Patriot Day ceremony planned for September 9th here today in Little Elm. Thank you.
Al Grant, front and center. Al, we'd like to present to you a certificate of achievement in recognition for the achievement of successfully coordinating and presenting the 9/11 ceremony in Little Elm for 4 years in a row.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Turn stutter. Front and center, sir. Over the past couple of years, we've given you a Marine flag, an American Legion flag, and this year we want to do something with it. So,
Microphone.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Colonel.
we had a certificate of achievement made for you on a plaque because we wanted you to have something special because you've been here sometimes. And what this says is it's a certificate of appreciation. Certificate of Appreciation is gratefully presented to Colonel Samuel T. Stutter in recognition for your outstanding service to the United States Marine Corps and your support to American Legion Post 182, Little Elm, Texas, in appreciation for delivering inspiring speeches at our annual 9/11 ceremonies. You are presented with the Certificate of Initiation to the American Legion, presented by Little Elm Post 182, Department of Texas, this date, 09 September 2012.
Thank you.
Yay! Yeah!
All right, I'll keep this short. When I tried to figure out what I'd say today, I realized that I'd heard many speeches for Patriots Day. Like most people, I'd never delivered one. And as that realization sunk in, I began to understand what a true honor it is to be able to stand here and speak to all of you at our Patriots Day celebration this morning. September 11th is a day that none of us will ever forget. But as time goes by, we think less and less about the way we felt that day and the following few months. We are, however, reminded of the attacks several times throughout the year. Every time we go to the airport, we're reminded by the increased security. Before the September 11th attacks, we were never required to remove our shoes or submit to full body scans in order to get on a plane. This increase in security is a constant reminder of just how destructive the attacks really were. Back when I was in the Navy, one of my duties when I had duty that day was to deliver a package to the Pentagon. Back then, security was pretty tight, but it's nothing compared to what we deal with the airport today. After the attacks, we had a new respect for the first responders. People often waved at passing fire trucks and police cars. They went out of their way to greet first responders. Sadly, today that's not the case. We moved on with our lives and focused on our own problems. So when we cope, we try to move on. That day changed the lives of every American. People were on edge. We didn't know if another attack would happen again tomorrow. But it's not like the first time we've been attacked. On December 7, 1941, Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese. That put us firmly into World War II. What did we do? We did what Americans always do. We adapted. We overcame the obstacles put in front of us. That's the greatness of America. We don't give up. We don't run and hide. We don't bury our heads in sand. We stand up.
Yeah!
Defend ourselves. We take care of each other. That's what we do. That's how we were raised. That is why we are who we are. We're Americans, and we're a proud people. We adapt.
Yeah!
We overcome. As a Navy veteran and a member of the American Legion, I, as well as a lot of other veterans here, thank you for your service quite a bit. We're humbled by this, and in my case, I know I had it pretty good while I was in the service. I spent 4 years in the Navy, every bit of it on shore duty. When people thank me for my service, I tend to think about the fact that it was a lot tougher for the ones that served in the years before me, and I'm sad to know it's that tough again. But what we sometimes neglect to realize is there is no peacetime for police and fire. It's always tough. While the equipment and tactics have greatly improved over the years, fire's still fire. Bad guys are still bad guys. And the first responders are the ones that have to deal with this. We should be telling them thank you for your service. Not just when they're putting out fires, taking care of us. But we do, however, come together every year to remember and reflect. We honor those first responders who saved so many lives. And we pay our respects to those who never made it home that night. We should never forget that any given moment of every single day, there are first responders on duty putting their lives on the line for us. People, for the most part, don't ever know, but they protect us all the same. Thank you.
Now Now we're going to hear from our District Court Judge, Sherry Shipman.
Jerry?
Thank you, Hal. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and our honored guests, police officers, and firefighters are here. On September 11th, and in the time following, 2,996 people have died as a result of the 9/11 attacks. On the evening of September the 11th, 2001, President George Bush addressed our nation, and he said, "Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist attacks. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms, dads, friends, and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. Among those killed that day were first responders. 418 were killed responding to the 9/11 attacks. Included in that number were 343 New York City firefighters, 23 New York City police officers, 37 Port Authority police officers, 15 New York emergency medical technicians, and a bomb-sniffing dog named Sirius. And approximately 2,000 first responders were injured responding to the tragedy that day. Also in his address that night, President Bush said, "These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat, but they have failed.
Yeah.
Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundation of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
That's right.
These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve.
Yeah.
In many ways, we've moved on, and some of us have even become complacent to the many threats of terrorism. In fact, for many it's a dim memory, and as the previous speaker pointed out, we only remember it sometimes when we go to the airport and have to stand in a long line. However, to thousands of young men and women who protect us, both here at home and in foreign countries, and many who are here today, that threat remains real. They have not allowed themselves to become complacent about it, and they continue to put themselves in harm's way to protect and to serve. Their willingness to sacrifice allows the rest of us to feel safe. The scripture reminds us that greater love has no man, that he lay down his life for his friends. That is what officers, firefighters, emergency medical technicians do every day, and that is what each of you do each day, and we thank you for all that you do to protect us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'll take that little brochure that you received and open the inside of it, I'm going to have Linda Asbell come up here. She's responsible for the design and printing of this brochure, and she wants to just go over one little item for you.
Hal very generously gave me credit for writing this poem. That's not true. He didn't know that, but it's a poem written by an anonymous person that I found on the internet. I wanted to make sure that y'all understood that. I'm going to read it out loud so that y'all can really hear the words. We are one color, one class, one generation, one gender, one faith, one language, one body, one family, one soul, one people. We are one. We are united. We are American.
Okay,
Okay, the main part of the program is our keynote speaker, our esteemed and beloved Colonel, Commanding Officer of the 8th Marine District.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Hey, good
Hey,
morning,
good morning, everybody,
and
and thank you so much. I would also
like to echo my regards
and
and my sincere thanks as an American citizen to our policemen, our firefighters, our EMS folks, and all those who are first responders. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah!
And we'd also be remiss today. I see a number of veterans that are out there. If you're a veteran and are able, please stand up. Thank you guys so much for what you know, as we go around and do our part in the community, do our part around the world. We're able to do that because the foundation you laid for us that wear the uniform today, and for us as Americans in general. Thank you so much for your service, your sacrifice, and everything that you continue to do in our community today. Thank you so much. You know, it's always great to be in Little Elm, and thank you so much for inviting me back. Melissa and I driving over here this morning, just reminisced a little bit about the opportunities we've had to be with you all, and it's truly a pleasure to be here and an honor to be able to come back again this year. Thank you so much. You know, as we look back 11 years ago, Osama bin Laden, who was the mastermind of the 9/11 attacks against our country, thought that we were weak. He thought that we were soft. And he thought that we would absolutely crumble as a nation when we were attacked. But look at us today. We are still standing. We're out here this morning. And he is not.
Right. Yeah!
You know, it's interesting. We've talked a little bit about President Bush and some of the things that he had to say, and I would like to also share some comments from President Bush. And this was from his proclamation made a decade ago in 2002, the inaugural Patriot Day. And let me quote what President Bush had to say. On this first observance of Patriot Day, we remember and honor those who perished in the terrorist attack of September 11, 2001.